everyone, it's MEG KAYLEE here with another episode of Nintendo News by GameStop. It's time for us to run through what's new in the world of Nintendo Switch. Recently, we got not one but two exciting presentations from Nintendo that you'll definitely want to hear about if you missed them. First up, we had the Indie World Showcase, which packed lots of indie goodness and notable surprises, including announcements that Among Us and Grindstone were coming to the Nintendo Switch system. Both titles are available now. We also learned that Spelunky and Spelunky 2 will be making their way to Nintendo Switch in summer 2021. Okay, this next one blew my mind. On December 18th, during a 15-minute presentation, Nintendo and Universal Studios Japan released new details on an insanely cool project, the first ever Nintendo-themed amusement park. It's called Super Nintendo World, and while it's coming to Universal Studios Japan first, it'll also be coming to Orlando and Hollywood parks in the future. There's still much to be seen when it comes to the park, but during this presentation, we got to check out some of the Super Mario area, and it looks awesome. In the video, the legendary Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of beloved Nintendo franchises like Mario Bros., Donkey Kong, and The Legend of Zelda, explored iconic locations that Super Mario fans will recognize, like Princess Peach's castle and even the inside of a warp pipe. Something that's super neat is that park visitors can choose to buy a special wristband dubbed the Power Up Band. The wristband has an NFC chip in it that can be used to interact with objects around the park, like Super Mario coin blocks, in order to obtain virtual items in a synced Super Nintendo World smartphone app. We still don't know all of the details about these virtual items, and they remain a bit of a mystery, but we do know that these bands will double as amiibo accessories for compatible hardware like Nintendo Switch, which is super cool. And Mr. Miyamoto also hinted at plenty of surprising attractions and hidden interactive panels that park visitors can discover in person, which is sure to make a visit to this theme park a special one. Alright, it's time for some Nintendo Switch Online updates. If you didn't already know, you gain access to a curated library of over 90 classic Super NES and NES games with a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Here are some titles that have recently joined the Nintendo Switch Online library: The Ignition Factor, Super Valis 4, Tough Enough, Nightshade, and Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, which means that the library now includes the entire Super NES trilogy of Donkey Kong Country. Next up, the reawakening of a beloved Capcom franchise is almost upon us with the launch of Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection on February 25th. This brand new entry in the Undying series, pun intended, is a nostalgic yet fresh adventure that welcomes back its faithful fans while introducing new players to one of gaming's classic series. Alright, let's talk about Bravely Default 2. The game's release date is fast approaching as it releases on February 26, 2021, but you don't need to wait until then to dive in and experience some of the game. The game's newly updated free demo is available now, and you can get 100 My Nintendo Platinum points for checking it out before the game's launch. Now, I know a lot of people were lucky enough to get their hands on their very own Nintendo Switch systems during the holidays. Or maybe you just decided to treat yourself to one because you deserve it, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But with so many new Nintendo Switch owners out there, it's important for me to do my due diligence and fill you in on some games that you might want to check out. We've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and the newly released Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. If you're looking for some games that can get you up and moving, you should check out Fitness Boxing 2 Rhythm and Exercise, Ring Fit Adventure, and Just Dance 2021. And if you really love Mario Kart and want to play by driving a real-life kart around your living room, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is the perfect match for you. Next up, we've got even more Mario for you with this newly announced Nintendo Switch Mario Red and Blue Edition. The color scheme features the red and blue tones that Mario has always rocked over the years, with red Joy-Con controllers that have blue wrist straps, a blue Joy-Con grip, a red Nintendo Switch dock, and a red Nintendo Switch system, making this the first time that the Nintendo Switch system itself has ever been released in a new color. It also includes a stylized Mario Red and Blue Edition carrying case and a screen protector, and it'll be available at GameStop beginning February 12th at a suggested retail price of $299.99. On that same day, the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game releases. I am personally quite excited for this one, as you're able to use the Super Bell power-up, which grants Mario cat-like abilities like climbing and scratching. And it's just adorable to see him in his little cat costume. You can even team up with up to 3 players locally or online to see who can get a high score as you complete objectives and work to save the Sprixie Kingdom. The game features the same great co-op gameplay, creative levels, and power-ups as the original game, but with added improvements like the ability to move faster and dash powers up more quickly, as well as the newly added snapshot mode. But that's not all. Free-roaming Super Mario gameplay makes a return in Bowser's Fury, a brand new adventure. Bowser has become gargantuan and lost all control. Explore Lake Lapcat and its islands, complete objectives to collect cat shrines, and team up with Bowser Jr. to bring his big bad dad back to normal. Just watch out for Bowser's island-wide attacks. You can pre-order Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury at your local GameStop store before its release on February 12th and get 2 posters free. Now it's time to talk about hunting some monsters with Monster Hunter Rise. The latest game in the critically acclaimed Monster Hunter series is coming to Nintendo Switch. A limited time demo that ended on February 1st gave us a peek at the brand new gameplay systems offered in the game, like the high-flying wire action and your adorable canine companion Palamute. You can pre-order either the digital or physical edition of the game to receive 2 sets of layered armor: the Palamute Retriever costume and the Palico Forest Cat costume, as well as a novice talisman that'll give you some extra assistance in the early stages of the game. The game releases on March 26th. What was that? Was it the sound of the new Pokémon Snap game, perhaps? Indeed it was, and boy am I excited. Nintendo recently unveiled new Pokémon Snap for the Nintendo Switch system, and what we saw of the game looked so beautiful and charming. In the game, we'll get to visit the many beautiful isles of the Lentil region as we take on the role of a budding Pokémon photographer and head out on an ecological survey to photograph Pokémon thriving in nature. Explorers will hop into the Neo 1, an auto-driving vehicle, which will steer them across various paths on each island and will help free up time to focus on capturing their favorite moments. Players' photographs will be evaluated and scored by the region expert, Professor Mir, and they may notice Pokémon looking and behaving in entirely new ways as they take photos and fulfill research on their journeys. In addition to building up their photo decks, players will help Professor Mir uncover the truth behind the mysterious Illumina phenomenon. New Pokémon Snap can be pre-ordered now, and the game releases on April 30th. For even more Nintendo news, visit nintendo.com/what's new and head over to gamestop.com/switch to check out all of the newest Nintendo Switch games, accessories, systems, and more. I'm MEG KAYLEE, and I'll see you next time.